guys, this is Sarah Johnston from the Briefcase Coach. And today I'm going to talk to you about one of the biggest mistakes that I see executive job seekers make when they're writing their resume. And that is they don't write a targeted resume. They write a one-size-fits-all resume. And you know this, marketing 101 is that you have to understand and know your audience and know their pain points. And so when you write a one-size-fits-all resume, you're really not speaking to anyone. So today I'm going to show you some common mistakes that job seekers make and how to fix that. So the first thing that a lot of job seekers do is they go to a website, like a university MBA program website like Yale or Harvard, and they think, oh wow, they've got to be producing great documents for career search because these schools are so well known for job placement. And so they go to these websites and they go and look at their sample resumes on their websites, just like I'm pulled up, and they find something like this and they say, wow, well, this is what the school's endorsing. This is what I should be doing. Well, the problem with this document is that it's not tailored at all. It's not custom at all. And I'll give you another example so you can see two poor examples. And this is from the Harvard Extension Career Resource Guide. And if you scroll down, this is the document that they're showing students with the student's education at the top and technical skills. So this is a sample resume from Harvard. Well, research shows us, and this is an eye tracking study done by theladders.com, that recruiters and hiring managers often only spend between 6 seconds and 7.4 seconds scanning a resume before they decide if they're going to continue reading more about the candidate or if they're going to pass on the candidate altogether. And one of the shocking things that this heat map eye tracking study by theladders.com found is that, as you can see, recruiters and hiring managers are spending the majority of their time in that top third part of the resume. And when they're in that top third part of the resume, what they're looking at here is keywords. You have to remember that a lot of times recruiters are generalists. They don't have the breadth and depth of knowledge of your industry that maybe you do. And so they're just looking at a job description or maybe some notes from the hiring manager, and they're matching what's on your resume to what's on the job description. You're doing that keyword match. And so you want to make sure, as the writer of the resume, that you're using those keywords here at the top so that if somebody was going to do a quick scan of your resume, there would be that aha moment of, oh wow, this person is a good match for our position. You also have to remember that applicant tracking systems are also reading your resume as well, not just the human eye. Good ATS systems, newer advanced ATS systems, can actually scan your document for keywords and rank you and give the recruiter a rank or a percentage of how your resume performs based on keyword match. Now, some really bad applicant tracking systems or older applicant tracking systems actually can't read some resumes if they use some techniques on them, such as images or tables. So you have to be really careful when you write your resume to make sure that it's not only a good match for the human eye, but also for the applicant tracking system as well. So let me show you a couple of resumes that we did and why these are good documents. So first of all, as you can see, this is a resume for Vice President of Sales. And unlike the documents that you saw here, this one has a header at the top. So right at the get-go, you know who this person is and the value that they bring to an organization. So when we're writing resumes, we actually get job descriptions. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here. We get a job description just like this one. And we look at the job description. This is for Vice President of SaaS Sales. And we look at it with a highlighter pen. And we literally say, what are they looking for in this what do they want the candidate to have here? What are the pain points of this job? And so get the highlighter pen and say this person's responsible for the developing execution of revenue-driving programs and initiatives, as well as customer value realization and partner ecosystems. Okay, they're looking for someone who will drive segment-specific market trends, articulate how to solve their challenges. Okay, so these are all big keywords. Then we look at the major responsibilities. And this will come into play later on as we're writing the resume. But sometimes when I write resumes, we actually take sentences or phrases or keywords from this section right here, and we put it in the executive summary statement or in the core competency section. And what this does is you're using and borrowing language from the job description and using it to tell your story. Now, obviously, you don't want to use language that tells your story if it's not your story. You want to make sure you're being real and authentic and you're not misrepresenting who you are, but we are using language from the job description here in this section. It's also great to take and create that core competency section, just like this right here. The real value of this section is that your keyword stuffing. You don't want to put 100 words here. You want to be really selective about the choices that you make, but that's one great way to also make sure that your resume has those great keywords. So going back to these sample resumes that are on the Harvard and Yale websites, one thing that these don't do is show me or demonstrate value right at the start. And if we know that recruiters and hiring managers only spend between 6 to 7.4 seconds scanning your resume, you want to make sure that that value is right at the beginning. What is something that you did? How did you meet a pain point of the job? And how did you deliver value in a really big way? Lead with that. And we did this in this fake resume for Bindu Mertz. Bindu Mertz developed an award-winning marketing team at Washington University and oversaw creation of all the marketing strategies tailored towards donor interest. She was part of the executive team that set the overall strategic direction for advancement, ending with record-breaking $3.378 billion in gifts and commitments. So leading with this right at the beginning tells you this fake Bindu Mertz character, what she did and what she can accomplish. The other thing that this document does that I want to make sure that you know is a common mistake that job seekers make that I'd like for all job seekers to stop doing, and that's you don't need to put your address on the document. This was something that was really common years ago, but today people can actually make unbiased decisions about you based on your address. And so when you put your address on your document, you are giving them an opportunity to discriminate against you. They could say, oh, wow, Dan the Bulldog, he lives 45 minutes from work. He's not going to want to make this commute every day. We're not going to interview Dan because Dan may not want to make this drive. Well, all you know is that Dan could be moving and he could be very okay with this new office location. Or Dan could be, so miserable in his job or so could love the commute, could love listening to podcasts on the road. So you don't want to give people that opportunity. Someone could also say that you're from a bad part of town or you're from too good of a part of town. So you just have to, eliminate that opportunity for someone to make a bias against you. I hope that you've enjoyed these tips and you've taken some new techniques and strategies away from this conversation. If you like what you listen to, please subscribe to The Briefcase Coach, and you will get weekly videos from me. Thanks so much.